Have you ever considered that the very act of steering a vehicle might soon be viewed as a primitive relic of our biological past? We are currently witnessing the 56th most significant milestone in human history, the definitive rise of fully autonomous driving technology. This shift represents far more than a simple convenience. It is a fundamental restructuring of how civilization moves and interacts. To understand where we are going, we must first examine the deep historical roots and the social context that birthed this mechanical revolution. Today, we begin our journey into the heart of automation. The pursuit of self-governing vehicles began nearly a century ago, rooted in early experiments with mechanical governors and elementary radio-controlled systems. In the mid-20s, public demonstrations of phantom cars captivated urban audiences across the globe. By the 1930s, visionaries at the World Fair were already proposing automated highway systems that would synchronize traffic flow with mathematical precision. These early concepts laid the groundwork for the digital sensors we rely on in the present day. Every invention in this era was a stepping stone toward the dream of a driverless future. Moving forward, the post-war era brought even more ambitious designs for automated transit networks. Engineers were fascinated by the possibility of delegating human control to sophisticated electronic brains. This initial stage of development set the trajectory for all subsequent breakthroughs in the field. The 1960s saw the introduction of early integrated circuits into automotive control systems, marking a shift toward digital logic. Researchers at prestigious institutions began exploring computer vision as a tool for lane keeping and obstacle detection. During the late 80s, the first autonomous vans were navigating test tracks using primitive neural networks and laser ranging. This period was characterized by the rapid miniaturization of computing power and the expansion of digital mapping capabilities. Modern systems now utilize a sophisticated fusion of LiDAR, radar, and ultra-high-resolution optical cameras. These sensors provide a 360-degree view. Data from billions of miles of testing indicates that autonomous fleets can reduce fatal accidents by nearly 90% globally. The transition to Level 5 automation requires processing trillions of data points every microsecond through localized edge computing. Global logistics networks are currently being redesigned around the paradigm of perpetual motion, where freight never stops moving. Historical urban planning, once dominated by parking requirements, is shifting toward pedestrian-centric green corridors. The turn of the millennium marked the beginning of the modern autonomous era, catalyzed by the DARPA Grand Challenge. In 2004, the first desert competition proved that unmanned vehicles could navigate rugged terrain without human intervention. By 2007, the Urban Challenge demonstrated that these systems could safely interact with moving traffic in complex city environments. Modern systems now utilize a sophisticated fusion of LiDAR, radar, and ultra-high-resolution optical cameras. These sensors provide a 360-degree view of the environment with precision that exceeds biological limits. Data from billions of miles of testing indicates that autonomous fleets can reduce fatal accidents by nearly 90% globally. The transition to Level 5 automation requires processing trillions of data points every microsecond through localized edge computing. Global logistics networks are currently being redesigned around the paradigm of perpetual motion, where freight never stops moving. Historical urban planning, once dominated by parking requirements, is shifting toward pedestrian-centric green corridors. The economic impact of this shift is projected to reach $7 trillion across the international market within 20 years. We must analyze the ethical logic programmed into these machines to handle unavoidable collision scenarios on our public roads. Every sensor pulse contributes to a global database that allows the collective fleet to learn from the experiences of a single car. This cooperative intelligence is the defining characteristic that separates automation from any previous mechanical tool in history. Socioeconomic structures are being reshaped as the professional driving sector undergoes a massive transition toward new service models. Statistics show that the average vehicle sits idle for 95% of its life, a massive inefficiency that shared fleets eliminate. This structural change affects real estate values, urban density, and the very fabric of daily social interaction in our largest cities. The psychological integration of autonomous vehicles depends on intuitive interfaces that build trust between human and machine. Every milestone in this journey reinforces the status of autonomous driving as one of the top events in our shared human story. Moving forward, the integration of 5G networks will further enhance the real-time coordination of entire urban traffic systems. This is the ultimate realization of a centuries-old dream to conquer the challenges of mobility and safety through engineering. We are standing on the threshold of a new era where the steering wheel becomes a museum piece and the passenger becomes the priority. Every aspect of this technology is a testament to the ingenuity and persistence of the global scientific community. This deep dive into the 56th milestone reveals a future that is safer, cleaner, and fundamentally more efficient for everyone. As our detailed exploration of the 56th milestone concludes, it is evident that autonomous driving is not just an upgrade, but a seismic shift in our history. We are stepping into an era where mobility is a seamless, safe, and intelligent extension of our lives. Thank you for participating in this historical journey. Please subscribe and like to stay updated on more historical insights. Thank you very much for your valued attention. Goodbye.